if they're going to be able to move past this, they're gonna have to recognize you have to take responsibility for what you say, and your team has to have your back. If you run in your mouth and your team ain't got your back, then you're gonna get what you can get. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. It happens on a football field, it happens on a basketball court, it happens wherever. It didn't happen on a baseball field. And that's not even a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? Tony, you know,
Oh, I
it
know.
will happen. So them getting coddled by the media and getting coddled by Congress and getting coddled by everybody that thinks this is just an attack on these little poor little pretty little straight white women is ridiculous. I do believe that this conversation about trans women is the dumbest shit ever. There is no trans women in, you were right. There is no trans women in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Even if they declared, who's going to pick them up?
Well, we have two that did declare.
Oh, God.
We're going to talk about that. Royce White and Ennis Cantor, or whatever he changed his name to, have now cleared. I think Ennis went as far as filing paperwork. So, we talked a little bit about outside voices trying to get into this. The media, when you look at Sophie's comments that caused the stir, she was answering a question asked of her. She didn't go out of her way to bring it up. She wasn't wearing T-shirts or campaigning or doing anything. She was asked a question by the media and she answered.
Right. So why would anybody think that?
So why would anybody think some kind of activist or
right? So why would anybody think that because she answered a question? Why would anybody think that what's going on the court had anything to do with that?
Because the player who fouled her went into the locker room and tweeted white privilege.
Because not because of her comments.
Moments later.
Not because of her
Sophie never made it about that. That was the player who was ejected from the game who made it about that.
It's not because of her comments. It's not because of her comments. You're taking what happened on the court and you're connecting it to her comments.
She's the one that took it off the court to the locker room.
I think you're missing it. So the trans thing and the trans thing and the colorism thing are two different things. And whatever it is, that's between the players, which means it's not for the media to deal with. That's for leadership of the WNBA to deal with, which I've been on about her being silent. What do I always say? Silence is surrender. So now she's surrendering the narrative to the media. That is a leadership problem. That is not a WNBA player problem. That is leadership not stepping up and dealing with this